Y'all know what? My heart goes out to teachers. Teachers. I know a few teachers, and the problem that I'm hearing from teachers is they, the curriculums are good, but what the issue is behavior issues because the students don't know how to behave in class. I believe the teachers spend most of their class time trying to correct behavior or disruptive students. Back when we were going to school, we didn't, you might have had a kid act up every once in a blue moon. But far as like police officers being in our schools and monitors and all that, we didn't have that, and we were going to, because we had a daddy at the house that didn't mind discipline, back then. Plus, teachers in the class, they could pull your tail out the desk and paddle you, or you would get sent to the office to get a paddle. But you didn't want to get sent to the office to get a paddle because if you got a paddle at school, my God, when you got home, you know what's going to happen when you got home. But my heart go out to teachers. And I see it with the young people every day. These young people, I'm telling y'all, they don't have no respect for their parents. So they're not going to have respect for a teacher. You know, I was in the store and I was listening to I think I was what was I? I think I might have been at Food Line, and I was behind a mother and a daughter. And the mother called the daughter, no, the daughter called the mother a HOE. And the daughter called the mother a HOE, and the mother called the daughter the B word. And they were, having a conversation. And, the daughter sort of looked at me and said, this is just our relationship. This is just how we talk to one another. I mean, I don't know why she said it to me. Maybe my facial expressions are like, what? Sharp, but they were like, that's how they talk to each other, you know, and y'all been in situations and y'all seen that happen. I've seen where uh adult children, an adult and children is it an oxymoron? That don't even make sense. But I've seen um adults tell their parents to shut up. They're older parents, they're older so they can, they talk to them any kind of way. It's just bad. It's just bad, y'all. So my heart, and it all goes back to the rearing in the home. If there's no discipline in the home, if there's no correction in home, and especially if there's no man figure, a good man figure, not just any old random man, but a good man figure in the home. I tell you, we just gonna have to pray for these children. But y'all know, I made a video a while back and said, "Honey, these children is going to prison." Cause I'm telling you, and I don't. Honey, let me tell you something. You will not catch me out here trying to correct no young person or step in and do anything unless the parent is asked me to do it and the child is willing to do it. Now I've had before, one time I had to travel a little bit where a parent asked me to come and speak with the child, and the son actually wanted me to come speak with him. That situation. But baby, you ain't getting ready to see me do it, because I'm telling you, these young folk don't respect nothing and nobody. They would just walk up and start cussing around elderly people. You, the pastor, the priest, they don't care, honey, nothing about you being a pastor or preacher, honey. Nothing at all. They so disrespectful. And it's not the adults, it's the young people. These young people just, honey, I'm telling you what, I substitute at a junior high school for one day, baby, and I promised the Lord 7 angels and 10 billy goats that I will not return to a classroom ever again. And that's been years ago, honey, and I ain't been back since. I couldn't do it, honey. It's just a total different situation. That's why our children are graduating. They don't know how to add. They don't know how to subtract. They don't know how to write a check. They don't know how to read a book. They don't know how to write in cursive. All they know how to do is scroll. scroll. That's all they know how to do. They do not have a good education like most of us did back in the day, where we had to spell things, we had to do our math problems. You didn't just do your math problem. You had to show your work. Y'all remember that in math class? I know my math class. If we were doing fractions or whatever, you couldn't just put the answer. You had to show your work how you got the answer. If you didn't show your work, even though your answer might be right, but if you just wrote the answer, the teacher will put a big red X on it wrong. But the answer is right, but you didn't show your work. You must show your work. You must show how you got to that answer. That way the teacher know that you have learned this equation. People don't know how to do that no more. But anyway, I didn't want this video to be long, but my heart goes out to all teachers. May God be with y'all in that classroom with these children, and parents. Check on your children. See what your children are doing. Don't allow your children just talk back to the teacher. I was listening to that one girl talking about she is banned. Her child is in elementary school, grade school, and the parent is banned from the school. Because the parent went out there and cut up so bad that they banned her from her child's school. So if something happens, she can't even go to her school and check on the child because she went out there and acted a pure fool at a school with her child and got banned from the school. And then that's why the children act the way they act. That's exactly why. We don't know how, I guess it's just the young parents. These young parents, they don't know how to solve problems with communicating. You know what I'm saying? They got to go out there and be the loudest. My child might be so loud when your child get in trouble or something, but your child bringing home F's all the time and you ain't even loud about it. You could care less about it. But let something else happen in the class, you be the first one out there. It is insane to me. But anyway, teachers, y'all got to love what y'all do to be in them classrooms every day. And I'm praying for y'all strength, honey. I'm telling you what, honey. I ain't got that gift to do it, honey. Because a disrespectful child, baby, I can't too much deal with them. I can't too much deal with no disrespectful child. I'm telling child or adult. But respect, honey, they don't have none at all. None at all. So the reason these children are graduating uneducated, they got a high school diploma, but they're uneducated, is because, and then you got the good students, you got the few good students in the class that come to learn, want to learn, but they can't learn because of all the disruptions, because of all the children, the students in the class that got behavior issues. And then we talk about children wanting to homeschool. I'm all for homeschooling. I am. And people say, well, they won't have social skills. They won't learn how to get along. They don't need to learn how to get along with Billy. That's throwing pencils everywhere and cutting up. They don't need to learn how to get along with that. So I'm all for homeschooling, honey. So the child can actually learn. They can learn social behaviors too by interacting with other people. They ain't got to interact with Billy Jr. over there. That's cussing out the teacher and fighting everybody and going off. We don't have to interact with that. But I'm all for the homeschooling, honey. I'm telling, because these classrooms, they about to be dangerous, honey. People, they come to school and don't want to say the word, but bringing pew-pews to school, and, they just whew, you can't teach when you got to discipline children all day. And one thing my parents always told us when we were back in school, if you don't make an A in nothing, you better make an A in conduct. You better make an A in conduct, because one thing you know how to do is behave. And we did, for the most part. Most of my classmates, honey, we won't sit up in class acting crazy all the time, getting sent to the office, and then I got to go home? Oh, no. Oh, no, honey. And back, we respected adults. We respected adults back then. You would never see nobody stand up in class and talk back to the teacher. What? Talk back to Miss Myrtle Black. Talk back to Mr. Sanders. Talk back to Miss Kennedy. Are you serious? Child, it was not happening. We had the fear of our parents in us, honey, and the fear of the teacher. It was just you respected people, So anyway, my heart goes out to the teachers. I'm praying with y'all, and I thank God that y'all are there, and I thank God that y'all love what y'all do, because it's got to be the love for the student that keeps y'all in these classrooms year after year. So I just wanted to talk about that. All right, y'all have a good night. Toodles.